guys, Nick Whittemore here. This is going to be my video over how I condense down my tackle as a co-angler. If you do know co-anglers, we kind of have to have everything in one bag. We have to have everything for any situation on the water in our bag. You know, everything from crankbaits to trailers to jigs to swim baits, spinner baits, worms, shaky heads, frogs, Senkos. Really, we have to have a real wide variety of things in our bag just in case. But I'm going to go through and show you kind of how I do my setup and how I condense down my tackle into one bag. But also, I keep it organized. Organization is going to be a big part, so you're not pulling out 15 different things and getting it all over the boat, and then now you got to clean it up, so you're just wasting more time. You know, there's a lot of other things I also carry in the tackle box we'll go through. You know, spike it, split ring pliers, normal pliers, sunscreen, ibuprofen, sunglasses is going to be a big part of having, you know, carrying with you rain gear, extra line. I even carry a little tool in there in case I have to do something on my reel. That'll come in handy on multi-day tournaments. So, you know, and I'll go through my bag. I'll show you my bag.
So just to get started, this is the one bag I use right here. As you can tell, it's a decent sized bag. Okay, it's got the side pockets, it's got a pocket back in the back, a pocket up here in the front, and a pocket right there as well. This bag measures about, I think it's 15 by 15 by 12 wide. So I can get a good bit of these right here, all this in here, into this bag and carry it. So it gives me the availability to have a lot of tackle on me for any kind of situation as well. All right, just some other stuff. All right, so this is my rain gear bag right here. It's not a super expensive rain suit. I think I got a Dick's Sporting Goods a few years back for really cheap. It's insulated though. It'll keep you warm. It's waterproof, not water resistant, so it'll keep you dry for some time. But you can always go to Sims and Bass Pro Shops. They all have really good rain gear. I mean, you know, Sims, I think you can spend up to almost $1,000, even more on good rain gear. But that kind of rain gear, if you're on the upper level tournaments, is really good. It keeps you dry, it keeps you warm. And rain gear is a must-have on tours and going around the country. Okay, but this is just a waterproof bag. All right, that I got at Dick's Sporting Goods or Walmart. I can carabiner clip it here onto my bag, so it kind of just dangles with me. All right. All right, some other stuff that I carry with me. All right, so when it comes down to my tackle, what I do is I use these bad boys right here. I take it all out of different bags. I'll carry some extra stuff like this right here. You can see that right there. I'll carry something like that in my bag. Basically, I use these right here. I divide them up. Usually, you know, these are my ribbon tail worms right here. I'm kind of slow. I'm getting some in. All right, and as I said, with the organization, I always put the labels right here on that as well. So I use these things, and what's great about them is you can buy them and put different baits and different things. So if you don't need them, you can always take them out and put them back in your bag. Okay, so like I have one for worms, you know, ribbon tail worms. If I need them, boom. I got one that has just all my shaky head stuff here, different worms, different stuff like that. Soft body frogs as well. Labeled, you know, and always make sure those are up there. Right here like this. Okay, this is one of the different, it's a different model, same size. It's just kind of got some of my creature baits. I have some from Croco Gator, have some swamp bugs and some ring cross coming in from Croco Gator that's going to fill this bad boy up before the season starts. All right, so, and then that can go in there as well. All right, and then right here, so another similar box, got some of my rattle traps and some of my top water baits, you know, in there. I got a few jerk baits in there just to kind of condense it down. Usually what I would do is I would take actually my jerk baits and they'd be in a totally separate box. But right now I just don't have a whole lot of them. I got rid of a lot of them, but don't really have a whole bunch of them. So, and I mean, jerk baits are really kind of one of those seasonal type of baits as well. Here, you know, I got all my crankbaits here from deep diving, shallow diving, square bills and all that. Still labeled on the top. Okay, so I know what I'm going for when I go to grab them. All right. My trailers for all my jigs right here. All right. So got those in there. All right. And then my big thing. All right. So my big thing as well is jigs, man. These are Croco Gator Bait Company jigs right here. All right, they're really good quality jigs. All right, he's out of Missouri. Great jigs. I have most of those in here. I stick to your natural colors, you know, the browns, the whites, the greens, stuff like that. But these aren't necessarily all my jigs either. So I'm a big jig guy. I'm a bank beater, so that's what I use there. So also, this is just my swim bait one here. You know, I got all my big hooks in there. This is the only hook that isn't in my terminal tackle box, which I'll go through here in a minute. But, you know, got different custom-made swim baits and stuff like that in there as well. Okay, so, you know, and this will fit, oh gosh, this box will fit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 of those boxes in there, so it gives me a good bit of tackle when need be, all right? So, like I said, I got a few of the extra plastics up there in the top, all right? Now, what I do is I also have these extra ones, okay? So these are my brush hogs, which this will actually go in here. I'll probably take one of those out. My brush hogs, everything like that. And then my tubes, man. As you can see, I don't have a bunch of tubes. I'm getting some from Croco Gator Bait Company. But, you know, tubes, they're not really, you know, people use, some people use them year-round, some don't. So it's really just dependent upon the person. Me, I hardly ever throw them. So I probably won't be using, you know, I'll take them out and replace them with something that I really need, such as the brush hog, something like that. I will take them all with me, however, just in case, all right? So there's that. Now, this is my terminal tackle box here. All right, it's got, you know, it's got my punching hooks. It's got my bobber stoppers, tubes, shaky heads, and just my worm hooks there. Then on the back side, this is a really great piece because I can keep it all kind of in one. Got my egg sinkers, my mojo weights, my bullet heads, my beads, and even my barrel swivels there for Carolina rigging. So whenever I'm setting up a rig, I can just pull this one box out. I'm not digging through 3 different boxes. I can dig out that one box. And this right here stays located right here in the front pocket. All right, fits perfectly in there. All right. So my spinner baits, I got a few more of them coming in as well. Got my buzz baits, my spinner baits, all those kind of in a small area. All right, and those will go in this side pocket. I mean, this box, I think they made it perfectly for this because it fits perfectly right in here on this side. Okay. I've told you before about my drawstring braid cutters right here like this. They just drawstring, go right back to it. So if I need them, boom. If not, I got it. All right. And I got this box here. It's got my topwater frogs in them, as well as my stick baits. Stick baits, I've learned really versatile bait to use, you know, after you miss a fish or however. So like I know Scott Canterbury in the tour last year, 2014, he used one after he missed a fish. He went in there and got it. Okay, so I used that and I put it right back here in this back seam. Works great, you know. So I have those if I need them. All right. So now on to kind of just some accessory stuff that you might need. So one thing I use Costa Sunglasses. Okay, polarized sunglasses, you're going to need them. Trust me, I didn't think you did until we had pretty much a sight fishing tournament, and I switched, my boater had some extra ones, he gave them to me, and it was like night and day, okay? So always make sure you have sunglasses on you. You're going to regret it if you don't. Sunscreen, always have sunscreen. We got to stay healthy out there. You know, protect your skin while you're out there. Sunscreen is a must on the tour in any really tournament setting. Ibuprofen, you never know when you're going to get a headache or something like that, so it's always good to have that. Spike it. I use some Spike It here and there if it gets a little rough. I'll use some Spike It Dip and Glow. So I always keep that. These items right here sit in this front pocket, just like that there. All right, boom. And then I always I zip them up. When I zip them up, I go straight to the middle with it. This is I'm an athletic trainer, so this is something I learned from there. It just kind of keeps all your zips to the middle, so it makes it quicker, easier to get into it if I need to get to it really quickly. Okay. Some other things you need. So I got my line, my braid, my fluorocarbon, big game right there. That I keep in the side here. It's always good to have. If you need the space, you can always take it out for a tournament, especially one-day tournaments. You're probably not going to really need the line. Okay, so that goes in there. Boom, sealed up. All right, and then so also carry with me. So these are to tie my rods together. Okay, I have 8 rod and reels, but I'll probably only ever carry this year about 5 or 6 on the boat. I use this to kind of wrap them up while I'm moving about, all right? And those kind of go here in the top, all right? Those I keep right up here in the top, all right? Split ring pliers, you know, if you're ever switching out hooks on your crankbaits, these come in handy. I also use them with my chatterbaits that I make and everything else. So those are always good to have, all right? my little mini tool I told you about in case I need to fix my reels or get into my reels for some reason, day before tournament and multi-day tournaments. That comes in handy. I keep that on in my top pocket as well, along with just a good, sturdy buck knife. You never know when you're going to need that. So that kind of goes up here as well. All right. And then one of my key things I carry is pliers. All right. These pliers are really great. They come in this little handy dandy holder. Okay. Right here. So it comes with that belt loop. So this is what I'll keep on my belt in case you never know if you need to get, treble hooks out or a deep hook out. You need to have those handy so you're not digging through your thing, getting in the bottom of the boat to get them and all that. So all that goes in my tackle box. So to condense it down, like I said, this is a 15 by 15 by 12. All right. These are my retractable braid cutters right there. And I mean, it's pretty well rounded. I got this from Cabela's. I think they have a metal model out now. That's what I kind of carry everything in right there. It comes with a strap to make it handy. It is a heavy sucker, but that right there is what I use when it comes down to my tournaments. Like I said, then I'll take my rain gear bag. I usually clip it off to the side here. All right, and my sunglasses, that'll stay in my truck. But that's how I condense all my tackle down. Right there, I have everything I might need in the tournament in that one box.
All right, guys.
So
well, I'm hoping that video kind of helped show you how I condense down my tackle. Hopefully it'll help you out in any tips in condensing down your tackle as well. One thing I did forget would be my culling system. I would also have a carabiner that clipped onto here. I'm in the process of getting some new ones right now. But that's just really going to help you out whenever you're, putting fish in the live well and even pulling them out at the end of the day, getting them out. And also, if you end up having to cull, it's a great system to have. As I've said before, now you know everything that's in my tackle box, how I condense it down, how I decide and select what I need to put in there. A lot of my selection, like I said, I'm going to have those extra boxes taken with me, keep them in my truck. In case there's something comes along and they're like, oh, we're going to be doing this, doing that, I can switch them out and move them how I need to. Anyway, I hope this answers some questions and kind of give you a guideline when it comes down to condensing your tackle for your next tournament. All right. Remember, you can subscribe to me, follow me on Twitter, follow my good buddy Cody Kelly, FLW Tour Pro. Check out Croco Gator Bait Company. They have a lot of good jigs, soft plastics from tubes to what he calls a swamp bug senior. CrocoGatorBaitCompany.com. Go on there, take a look. I'll try to put a link in the thing below. Check them out. Great quality for not a lot of money. All right. So good luck to you and tight lines.